Hi. I wasn't going to make a video, but pretty much I had to because it's really kind of pissing me off. Um, I pretty much made it noted that I voted for Donald Trump, and that was how I viewed because of what I thought about Hillary Clinton. And I knew from day one that was who I was going to vote for if it came down to it. I didn't want to, but if it came down to it, that's who I would have voted for. Any Republican that ran against her, pretty much. Um, in the past day, I've pretty much been, or 2 days, I've been told that I'm a racist, a sexist, a bigot, that I'm worthless, that I'm a piece of crap, that I'm an embarrassment to my country, and many other very, very terrible things from private messages to text messages to Facebook responses to all sorts of things. And people have unfriended me. I pretty much lost like 20, 30 friends on Facebook, although they weren't really my friends to begin with, that they removed me. Um, but pretty much I just have to say that like it's kind of ridiculous because we shouldn't be, just because one candidate acts a certain way doesn't mean that we're supporting certain things that they say. When it comes down to it, there could be one or two issues that we vote for that mean so much to us that we vote for it. For example, with a woman, the rights of an abortion, that's why people vote so heavily for Democrats. That might be the top issue to them, and I respect it. To me, I have different top issues: foreign policy and healthcare. That happens to be two things I care about. So I made my choice to vote for who I thought would be best for that. And I didn't feel that being called all these things and being made to feel like I'm a worthless individual is something that should be done. And in a time like this, everybody should be coming together instead of ripping each other apart. And I might share my opinions and disagree with people, but I've never called people names like that. I've never said people are stupid and ridiculous. I've announced my hatred for Hillary Clinton, which you can read or not, and it's your choice. But that's just how I am. And I don't really like Trump that much. I'm not really a huge Trump fan. I don't go around with a red hat and go, yay, Trump. I never have and I never will. But I made that choice. And if it was wrong, I'm going to have to live with that choice. But I think it was the right choice. And I don't deserve to be made to feel terrible, just like any Hillary supporter doesn't deserve to be made to feel terrible. And overall, this whole nonsense with everybody just ripping each other apart and feeling terrible. Listen, we should be loving each other and getting along. That's pretty much how the country should work. And if it worked that way from day one, we wouldn't have the mess that we have today, because we'd all be getting along instead of ripping each other apart for our race, for our gender, for our belief system, for our religion, whatever else the case might be. And this country has a very, very successful system of checks and balances to make sure that one president just can't come in and be tyrannous and destroy everything. It won't happen. So have faith in the system, because the Constitution was written the way it was on purpose to make it so this country couldn't collapse from one person's decisions. It would have to be many people's decisions to make the country fall apart. I personally have faith. If you don't, I'm sorry. But please get along and don't do what you're doing by ripping people apart and making them feel absolutely terrible for what they choose to vote for, who they choose to vote for, what they choose to believe in. Because before this election, I didn't even notice half the time, from the time I was growing up onward, I didn't notice anybody different than me at all. It was just another kid. It could be black, white, Hispanic. It wouldn't really matter, male or female, whatever religion they were. Nobody cared when I was growing up. And when anyone was growing up, it was like that. We all got along. Somewhere along the line, we just made this all about groups. And we wanted to separate classes. And we basically just wanted to make people feel bad for everything that they choose to believe in. So all I'm calling on is people to just relax and kind of knock it off, because it's getting a little old. And people shouldn't be ripping each other's throats apart. And it's myself included, I'm sure. For their belief systems, for anything. It's wrong, and it shouldn't be done. So have a good day. Hug somebody today and tell them you love them. That would probably help. So bye.